Can we move this boulder? Because I feel like we can't. Nope. Expensive and unwieldy, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, it's much later. Wow, why am I so lost? Why am I so, like, directionally challenged at this game? I'm in this weird boat of like... At some point I'm gonna probably have to look up a guide or ask for directions, cause yeah, this playthrough is probably just gonna kind of be like this, to be honest. You're not planning on sneaking up to Mount Aleph, are you? I'll overlook it this time, but I've got my eye on you, Isaac. Oh well, that was easy. Soul entrance. I was just, for some reason, fixated on the wrong area. This is the entrance to Sol Sanctum. This is your first time here, right? It's an important relic of our past. Take a good look at it. You always have like so many tabs open, and I never know how to feel about that. Because it's like, for starters, you must have a good computer that can even have that many tabs open, to be honest. For starters. For me, when I have like that many tabs open, it's kind of a sense of sensory overload. Wait, what? Oh yeah, your computer. I was like, wait, you built what? Oh, yeah. So, I have this weird theory, while we're just in combat, that this game kind of, in a way, parallels Xenoblade Chronicles, which is really weird. It basically had this realization that, Isaac is basically the Shulk of the party visually. Garrett is Rhine. A character, and yeah, and so on and so forth, without discussing characters you haven't met yet, but Jenna is kind of the character I'm like, who would she be? Oh, that's a crit. I have a theory, but unfortunately, yeah, I was actually thinking 7, which would make, I guess 5 of this game, like 4 in Xenoblade, which is really weird to try to put numbers on characters, because I'm like, when does so-and-so join in Xenoblade? I was also reading a really good post talking about how, like, for years, the fandom just stopped using 7 as a moniker, and now we're having to go back to that, because now we have to go back to not spoiling the game. Okay, so this is one of those real old-school games where if you target an enemy that dies, the characters who were targeting the character will just defend, so that's a little clunky. Not too bad, but it's an old-school RPG thing to keep an eye on. I know old Final Fantasies that did that. And yeah, it's just something you have to keep in mind. I was thinking also 5 of this game, if you're counting Golden Sun, Lost Age, could also kind of work for 7 of Xenoblade. Isaac got a small jewel. I don't know what that's for. It's hard to talk without spoiling either game. Well, I'm taking a lot of damage here. I am slightly concerned. Yeah, that would be one change. It's like, on a very surface level, I think the game is fine. It could practically just be ported over. But there's a few... Also, the item management, I remember being a little wonky. A little clunky at times. Because it's not like a shared pool of items, I think. It's like everyone has their own items equipped. But yeah, little quality of life changes would be greatly appreciated. But on the whole, this game still holds up pretty well. It's a relief of a minotaur. The right eye is sparkling, but there's a hole where the left eye should be. Yeah, I think items are a little weird, and I guess we'll have to wait and see. Isaac set the small gem into this empty socket. You hear the sound of shifting stone. So, that's good. I don't remember what that does exactly, but it's good, I think. So yeah, I'm having to be cognizant of who I'm actually having target what, which feels really weird. I feel like there's other things that are just because of graphical limitations. I know I had times where I've gotten super duper lost. Just because I couldn't see if something was interactive or not. So that's a small thing I'd have changed up a little bit, making certain interactive objects a little bit more obvious, because again, it's pretty cryptic at times. And again, there are several dungeons late game I remember getting super duper lost in. Oh, we have Cure, thank goodness. One of my biggest gripes in games is when you have to level up to like level 10 or 15 to get a Cure spell. I always love it when characters have a Cure spell by default. Just a really weird thing I always appreciate. But like, I just want to double check. So yeah, Garrett just defends because Vermin 2 went down, so that's kind of problematic. With multi-hit attacks. A recommendation? Sure. Again, it's like, clearly, I am not in the best shape, in terms of knowing what I'm doing. Master the Squire's Quake. Isaac is now a level 2 Squire. Maximum HP rises by 7, PP by 3, attack by 4. Right. I know why you're telling me this. Got it. Cool. Thank you. What's wrong, Kraden? Those two said there was a hidden passage leading deeper into the sanctum. I've come here many times and I've always thought it looked strange. I've always imagined Sol Sanctum would look different somehow. What do you mean? Sol Sanctum was built in honor of the sun. There ought to be something here to reflect that. I was always puzzled why there wasn't. If there's a hidden passage, then maybe it leads to... Well, let's see if we can find it. Okay. I think he's serious. Should we help him, Isaac? But it's too dangerous for us to split up. We should stay together. Refrigerator Tetris. My favorite, though, is packing Tetris. Like, when you're having to pack up. I want to run around for a little bit to satiate my curiosity. Okay, it doesn't seem like we have random encounters. Good. I swear there's a way to, like, pick, like, set a hotkey for synergy. but I don't remember how to do that. I'll be honest. I'm gonna use Garrett, because he doesn't have a cure, so it's not that useful, really, to have him conserving his synergy points. Yeah, a lot of little minor quibbles I have for this game. It's like nothing major. My favorite analogy, though, favorite way to sum up this kind of problem is basically when you have a bunch of really small issues that kind of become one big issue over time. Because, as an example, like, things that are kind of not that bad, kind of add up after a while. Oh, it just ran. Garrett's level 2. I'm not really reading out menus too thoroughly because it's a lot of reading, and this game already has a lot of reading. I don't know where I'm going, by the way. Just kind of running in circles. Like, is this where it came from? I think this is where it came from. So it's like, there are a few like little quality of life improvements to be made, and there is the question I have of like when it starts to actually become more of a general problem kind of a thing. If that makes any sense? Like, I don't think anything in this game adds up to the point where it's like unplayable or anything, but there are definitely some things that would be nice to have changed up if they ever do get around to remaking it. Like the menus. I'm getting really thrown off by these menus right now. Because A opens up the menu, plus, or start on the Game Boy, opens up the menu to like save the game and things. I'm having to break a habit as well. I mash through battles a lot, so I'm accidentally not switching targets as much as I should be, because I'm just button mashing too much. Oh, this is a maze with random encounters. See, this is why I'm like, I don't feel like I'm gonna have a problem with level grinding, because I'm already fighting so many things that I don't have a fear of becoming under-leveled. Which is nice, but also, slightly overkill. I have a weird, complicated relationship with level grinding in games. Oftentimes I will level grind up to like level 99, just for kicks, basically. A good example is Persona 3 and Persona 5 both. I actually did level grind all the way to level 99 in both, just for fun. In the case of Persona 5, it was really easy because there was a slight exploit to leveling up really quickly, so that made the whole process less of a grind. Persona 3, I think I actually used the same method, but it's a little less cheesy in Persona 3, because there was a way to get a very powerful enemy pretty weakened up in 5 that is in 3. But the same enemy is in both games and gives a ridiculous amount of experience, so the same basic method applies. I need to replay Persona 5, but I'm hesitating because I really want to replay it, but I'm also like, Royal isn't that far away. Like, Royal comes out like next spring or something, so it's like, I don't know, it's something I want to replay, but eh. I'm not sure how to interact with these statues. Because I swear you had to do something with that. Maybe that moves once you finish the puzzle. Yeah, maybe I needed to go further in this room. Again, I'm very new at this, basically. It's sort of this weird dynamic of, like, I've played this game, doesn't mean I'm so good at it. Also debating whether I should even do post-game, because I think there is post-game stuff. Also, that makes my life easier, having all the slimes run away. Oh, shoot. Where do we need to go? Let's just keep going up and see if that takes us anywhere. Because I legitimately don't know. How slime can run. Oh shoot. Yeah, have to actually remember to manually target. And I keep wanting to call him Ryan since I made this comparison. Oh, there is another exit. Welp. More statues. Doesn't look like we can reach them from here. Perhaps synergy is the key. Isaac, try to use your synergy. Yeah, I swear there's a way to like hotkey synergy moves. Oh, there we go. I just didn't see it for some reason. L. No. There. Got it. Cool. Now, I don't know if we have to move all of these. This one, obviously, we did. Another Minotaur. Isaac set the small gem into the empty socket. You hear the sound of shifting stone. I don't know why I keep moving statues to the left. I should move that one to the right so there'd be symmetry for the room.